Hello, once upon a time, fans, and welcome to my review of The Bear and the Bow. What a episode it was! Yes, it was just brilliant. Again, another brilliant episode. Again, yeah, hell yeah it was. Hell yeah it was. Damn. And yeah, it was really good, fantastic, and brilliant at the same time. Hell yeah, it was. Hell yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Directed by Ralph Hegum, and written by Andrew Chambers and Tez Chun. And yeah, it was such a great episode. Such a great episode, and fantastic at the same time. Hell yeah. Yes. In the Camelot flashback, 6 weeks earlier, 6 weeks ago. Yeah, 6 weeks earlier, when Merlin at the end we found out that yeah, they were finding something. Nima being defeated by Nima. Yeah, Nima. Yeah, which was Regina, Mary Margaret, David, Regina, and Hook. Look at the spell of see Merlin, and yeah, the Dark says Merlin says the Dark One has already found him, and it leading the others to believe that Emma has beat them to it. Yes. What has Emma done to Merlin? Hey, yeah. What has Emma done to Merlin? We don't know. We have found out in the next episode. Damn it! But yeah, it was such a great episode and brilliant at the same time. Can't wait for the 100 episode because Regina's mom's back in it, and yeah, it will be a flashback. I think it did say so. Yeah, and Belle and in the Camelot sequence, Belle and Merida Merida knocks Belle on the head, and yeah, it was a strong performance from the one who plays Belle. Yeah, it was such a great sequence, and fantastic at the same time, and brilliant at the same time as well. Yeah, and Merlin frees Merida and Lancelot. Merlin does, and yeah, that's when Merida just knock Finny. Yeah, and yeah, it was such a great performance from Emily Denraven, and yeah, it was such a great performance. And yeah, it was really good and fantastic at the same time. So I'll do the synopsis in a minute, guys. Coming up next will be my Hollyoaks review, and then later tonight, Emmerdale and EastEnders. Yeah, it's gonna be so good. Yeah, I can't wait for it. EastEnders is gonna be so good. So, yeah, it was such a great episode, fantastic and brilliant at the same time. So, I'll do the synopsis now. Yeah, sorry, I'm a little bit pissed off because my boss was late coming back home, so yeah. Fucking bastards. So, here's the synopsis of the show. 6 weeks early in Camelot Dungeon, David, Hook, Merlin and Belle waste no time and will defeat Arthur's guards. With Hook impressed by Merlin's abilities to see the future, they then reach the cell with Lancelot and Merida are being held. With Merlin telling others it's enchanted, Belle then gives Merlin a book of spells and makes the bars disappear. Merida tells the rescuers that Arthur took the wisps, which they needed to find her brothers, so Merlin submits that they need to find the other way to find them. When Belle asks Merida why she was in the dungeon, Merida tells her that the wisps lead her to the sea, but the boat she hired out belonged to Arthur. Arthur finding her, she was found in the cell. Merida then knocks Belle out with a rock, and hours later they finds themselves on a rowboat as Belle learns that Marilyn needs Belle's magic to find her brothers. She very expects that the clans kidnapped her brothers so they can force her to recognise the throne, as she is not married. Yeah, that was just the best bit with Merida and with Amy and Ella. And yeah, it was such a good episode, and yeah, it was. Yeah, Emily. It was such a great episode and fantastic. So, Merida and Belle later stumble upon a witch's home, and when they sneak inside to use a cauldron to locate a spell which conjures a futuristic vision of Southmore, and when 3 men are vying for Merida's hand in marriage, followed by the 3 brothers brought in their captures and remove the bags off their heads. Unfortunately, the uniting clans also plan to kill Merida's brothers and take Bum Batch from Merida. Belle tells Merida that it's time to change the fate, so Belle reads the scroll. As Belle watches Merida practice her archery skills, she's just finished up creating the Mocha Potion, which will turn Merida into a bear, so she can save her brothers. Belle is given about using the spell to change fate, but Merida says otherwise. Yeah, it does. As they reach the United Clans, Merida threatens to take them out, and she drinks the potion. Belle told her wasn't the actual potion, then tells Merida that she should faith in her own fate without magic. When the United Clans archers aim their arrows at the brothers, Merida has shown them was charged by aiming her arrows at the targets and takes them out. The clans then bow down to Merida, acting as the Queen of Dunbroch. With that out of the way, Merida let Belle to return to Camelot to join the others. Finally back in Camelot, Merlin looks at the device when Emma arrives, and Merlin soon remembers Emma from their encounter in the real world. He reminds Emma the story of not pulling Excalibur and continuing to stress Hound to her because of the danger she could bring to her loved ones. Yeah, that's what Merlin said. In present day, which is storybook, not much of Henry in this episode. It was just at the end, and when we brought out Merlin. Yeah, at the end bit. So, in present day, Virginia informs Mary Margaret that Emma has slipped out information about Merlin, then confirms that she has the Crimson Crown, which can be used to summon Merlin, but it has been one and was chosen by the sorcerer. When Belle submits Gold, believing that he's no worse than Emma, everyone else turns deaf ear, saying it is risk they had to take if Gold gets hurt. And furious, Belle storms out of the woods. Gold stares at the chipped teacup in his hands and says, "Forgive me, Belle," and then kisses it and breaks the glass in order to take sheds to free himself from the ropes. When Emma arrives to spot to see if Gold has made any progress to discover Gold has escaped, Emma then refuses Merida to find him and threatens the archer by destroying her heart and having Merida to kill Belle in order to turn Gold into a hero. She needs to release Excalibur. As for Belle, she uses the street map to find out where Emma is keeping Gold, then hears a noise from the elevator and permitting her to take a weapon. She opens and it's Gold, who warns Belle that Merida's after her by using the gold to turn him into a hero, but in order to do that, Emma has made Belle a target, and the two race back to the pawn shop to find magic. Yeah. Around some time, Virginia uncovers up a potion with Arthur watching and telling her that David explained everything, and then Virginia gave Arthur the mushroom. Yeah, do not trust Arthur, he's a dick. Arthur hints to them that saying it's the best to do alone, and adds that Merlin only delivered the prophecies. And when he has alone with him, David then tells everyone to step aside so he can be alone. But Arthur tosses the crown into the fire instead of the cauldron. He tells them the spell did not work. Liar. Yeah. In between the events, Xena, annoyed with Regina sending healthy food and really didn't what expected when you're expecting, and at the hospital, influenced by Emma, who then motorized the Wicked Witch to her home and for onion rings and take out for it. As Xena asks Emma why she's important, and Emma shows Xena the apprentice wand, as Xena was only the person to wind it and assist it. But Xena tells Emma that she is bad influence as her heart, as her darkness is already cursing Henry to resent her, saying that a broken heart can't be forgiven. She is not interested in her own family problems. Desperate, Xena's rejections to be alone. Emma tells her that she will take a deal soon. Meanwhile, Belle tells Gold that the coast is clear, but before they can make a run for it, Gold tells Gold tells Belle about his past in the Enchanted Forest during the events of the Ogre Wars. Yeah. And why he sees himself as a coward. But Belle now sees Gold as a hero. When they make back at pawn shop, Merida shows up to shoot arrows at Belle. She walks into a mirror, and after she sees the reflection of Belle, youngster rug from under her, and they escape with a bag of container potion. They then drive into the town line so they can use it, but Belle, worried that Emma will go after them, demands that she will be left out of the car. And after she gets out, Belle tells that she still a coward and walks away. Belle tells Go that she's still a coward and walks away. Belle then tells into Merida, who then drinks a potion and turns into a bear and starts chasing Belle. But before she can convince Merida to listen to the bear, is distracted by Gold, who told Belle to go. He can fight Merida. As the bear sniffs down Gold and uses Alden powder to restore Merida back to normal, Desmond telling Belle he didn't know how it worked. Gold told Belle it was who saved him. The three return to the basement, where Gold agrees to pull Roxana to exchange for Merida's heart. Find out where her brothers are. Gold then pulls Roxana out and then places it at Emma's feet. Only have Emma warn Gold they are heroes around Storybook, and that haven't stopped her. But Gold tells her they are not him. Yeah, that was just it. Yeah. As the spell, Regina told Mary Maguire that spell did work, as the suspect by David Arthur lied to them, believing that he did not want to contact Merlin. Regina believes the only one other person who has chosen Arthur was the author, meaning Henry, which is brought to help them, adding the MR to still inside the darkness, and they can save her. Harold then places the mushroom in the cauldron, and image and Merlin appears, informing them that things are worse than he feared. And Merlin says the only way to the Dark One can be defeated is by the Noma. But before he can go any further, Merlin says the Dark One has found me already, leading the others to believe Emma has beat them into it. Yeah, what an episode! It was a fantastic episode. Sorry that it was a really fantastic episode, brilliant and awesome at the same time. So, the verdict of this episode. The Bear and the Bold. I'm gonna give it 9.9 out of 10 because it was a really good episode, and also 9.1 out of 10 because it was a really good episode and fantastic at the same time. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Coming up next is Hollyoaks. So like, comment and subscribe for more epic reviews like this, and see you in a bit. Bye.